Hello, kings and queens and monarchs.
Matilda Galindo.
I missed you guys. How are you? How are you feeling? How was your week? Please let me know. So just just to discuss it real quick. I made some white people mad with my last video. And I'm not even gonna talk too much about it because I think if I do, they're gonna get more mad at me. But I don't hate white people. I promise. Okay, these are the stars for today's video. They're kind of shiny. Are they cute? Tell me if they're cute. Anyways, today's video topic is love. I want to give my thoughts on love because in my life there has been a lot of encounters with love, not only romantic love, but also like platonic and self-love, obviously. And today I'll discuss my thoughts on it and try to reflect on it. So let's go. We're gonna start with self-love.
I love it. Is it too pink?
Okay, so I consider myself to be a pretty confident person, at least when it comes to my self image. And I think this is a result of the life I have lived because it wasn't always like that. Okay, when I was a child, and I don't know if this is only me, but I believe when you're a child, you're really confident in who you are as a person and your values, mostly because you're not that questioned. And because I don't know. I think you're in a stage where you're learning, but you're not necessarily questioning yourself or what you're learning. I think when I was a child, I had a very strong sense of self, something that kind of shifted as I got into puberty and my early teenage years. In my early teenage years, I did have a complicated relationship with myself just in general, and I had a hard time loving myself, but I don't think that's anything new. I think a lot of people go through that when they're in their early teens. And now I think it has shifted the other way around. Because now I don't think I have such a strong sense of self as I did when I was a child, which is kind of stupid. Because I'm supposed to be more mature or like know more. But I fear that when you know more, you question yourself more. And when you question yourself more, you go insane. So you kind of just lose a sense of self, kind of. You don't have such a strong idea of who you are. And I think that's normal. But when it comes to my self image, it has improved a lot. I feel very confident in how I look. And not so much in who I am, but how I look, it is something that I'm confident in. And I think this is a result of ballet, actually. Because I talk about ballet in every fucking video that I have in this channel. Sorry, I'm traumatized. Sorry. But I believe being in a ballet studio, or at least in the environment I was in, one day someone could look at you, your teacher could look at you, and they would say, "Oh my god, your body looks so good. You look so good. You're a good dancer," right? And then the next day, literally, I'm not even fucking kidding, the next day, they would go, "Oh my god, you look horrible. You're a bad dancer. You're never gonna do anything in your life." What? And for a while, that made me go insane. I'm not gonna lie, that did make me go insane for a while. And I think that's normal. That's what would happen to anyone. But with time, I really learned not to give a fuck about other people's perception of my self image. A few videos ago, someone in my comment section said, and I quote, "You're so chopped." Which, okay, first of all, I didn't really get offended by that comment because not any single adult really uses chopped. I know that's a 12-year-old, okay? So I didn't really give a fuck that much. But mostly, I think it's because when you listen so many different opinions about yourself and especially about your self image, how you look. Maybe not from the internet, because something that Madeline RG said in her Pretty Lonesome video, Thoughts on Sex, she said that because she's heard so many different opinions about herself on the internet, so many literally extreme opinions, she learned to really not trust any of those, but trust her own opinion. And I think that's a very valuable lesson that you learn when you literally get traumatized from other people's perceptions, okay? And that's what happened to me, not with the internet, because I'm not, I don't have like a bajillion subscribers yet, okay? Not like Madeline RG. Love you though. But with ballad, I heard every single thing I could possibly hear about my self image in that environment. Everything. Everything. And so hearing that over and over again and hearing so many different shifted perceptions of yourself, you get to a point where you're like, fuck it. This shit doesn't matter. I need to believe in who I believe I am, you know? Not really who they believe I am, especially when they're strangers on the internet, okay? Because if it's like a personal perception of someone you really care about, it's obviously gonna affect you more. And it might actually be a good perception. You know, it might be something that will change you for good. Maybe a friend comes to you and they go, hey, I think you're doing this and I think it's really bad and it's not like what you've presented yourself to be. Like maybe you're being mean at certain times or something. And when they call you out like that, when someone that you care about calls you out like that, that's different. That might actually change you for good, I believe. But when you learn to not give a fuck about so many people's opinions about how you look or how you act, you're free, bro. You're free. Because how are you supposed to live that way? How are you supposed to live pleasing every single person that you meet perceptions? You cannot. You cannot do that. You cannot please everyone, sadly. And that's also a thing. I think self-love comes with killing literally killing, strangling the fuck out of it. Um, people pleasing, because people pleasing really fucks you up when it comes to self love. You cannot love yourself if you're just looking to please other people all the fucking time. And I think the main thing I could say for people that are struggling with self esteem or self image issues is that the only thing that really helped me, besides from traumatizing myself, which isn't something that I wish upon anyone, is body neutrality. Okay, let me Google what body neutrality is because I didn't write it down. Body neutrality definition. This is Google. So it says body neutrality is a perspective that focuses on accepting one's body without judgment, shifting the emphasis from appearance to what the body can do and how it functions. I hope that definition kind of helped you understand. But what I basically do and what I basically learned to do is that, okay, maybe some days I will wake up and I will be like, "Ooh, who is that in the mirror? You look pretty." Like that can be fair. Okay, you can look at yourself in the mirror some days and you're going to be like, "Ooh, you're so pretty." What the fuck? But some other days, and actually most days, you're not going to feel like the prettiest person in the world. Is that a crime? That's not a fucking crime, bro. Like, you can look at yourself in the mirror and just accept it. Radical acceptance. Radical acceptance. You don't have to be pretty. When you let go of the idea that you have to be pretty, that you have to be pretty, you're gonna be free too. Because that it's a really freeing concept to realize that maybe some days I might look ugly as fuck. Is that bad? No. But I don't have to feel pretty every single day of my life. Damn, bro. Imagine if I had. I just can't. So yeah, if you're struggling with shit like that, the only thing I can really recommend is body neutrality. That's the end of this topic. Next topic, platonic love.
After he passed away, fuck shit came to my house and dragged me out to go skate with him. Felt good to have somebody there. So let's go.
Oh my god, I love my friends. Oh my god, I love my friends. I love my friends. I love platonic love. I think it's one of the purest forms of love. And I'm gonna explain why. If you have decent friendships, and I say if, because I've encountered some type of friendships where they are, in fact, looking to get something from me. But good friendships, or at least I believe, are friendships that don't really look for something to get. They're not exchangeable. They're not looking for something. They're just there with you because you're cool to hang out with and because they like you. Oh my god, that is so beautiful, bro. That's why I love friendships, because I feel like maybe with platonic love in some cases, it can get to a point where they're just looking for something about each other. They're not there just because they're there, which could be uh, uh, probably the healthiest way to love, but it isn't always the case. You know, sometimes they're looking for sex, or they're looking for just company, or whatever it is. I don't believe it's that common for romantic relationships to be just about loving the other person and not looking for anything in exchange. So, friendships. I love friendships. And when I was a child, I had some issues with making friends when I was little and growing up. And I truly thought there was something wrong with me, which who knows. But um I kind of let go of this idea that I had to make so many friends to be happy or to feel fulfilled. In 2020, I realized how easy it is to make friends and acquaintances, like a shit ton of them, because I made a shit ton of them on the internet, actually. And it was exhausting to talk to so many people at once and to maintain conversations that didn't really get me anywhere. I don't mean getting something, but they felt very superficial. I don't like surface level friendships. Stay safe though, but I can't do that because the more I try to do that, the more exhausting it gets. Because what am I even talking to you about? The fucking weather? I don't want to talk to you about that, bro. Like, unless I'm going to a place constantly where I have to see these people, okay, I accept that. I accept surface level friendships in places where I have to see you. But I'm not gonna hang out with surface level friendships. Because, no, bro. It literally drains my energy so much. I need connection. I need people that really understand me, and I feel like friendships had gotten a little transactional with time and with social media and whatever, but you've heard that a million times already. So that's kind of why I exhausted myself until I realized I don't really need to have a lot of friendships. I probably have like 5 in real life friendships that I truly appreciate and that I see constantly and I take care of them, and like 4 online friends that I love. Love you guys. Anyways, and that's it. That's it. And my family. But that's it because it's exhausting to take care of something that people don't truly appreciate. And special shout out to my longtime best friend, Erika. I love you, Erika. I know you're not watching this. Romantic love! Please tell me you edited the because if not, I look fucking stupid. Okay, this last one is actually new for me, like super new. Okay, so just to give a little bit of context, I am age undisclosed, but well, no, actually, no. If you go to my fucking, oh my god, why did I give my socials in here? Well, if you go to my Instagram, you know I'm fuck. Anyways, I hate saying my age in here because I feel like people stop believing everything I say. Anyways, I am new to this. I recently started dating someone. And it's going really well and whatever. But fuck, I need to stop getting so cheesy after I talk about this. But I actually had a really, really weird perception of what romantic love was before this. I thought romantic love was super loud and super noisy and like super big and I don't know, like something so insane and big and like fireworks and shit like that. I don't know. I don't know why I had this perception, but I did have it. And when I started dating this person, I kind of just realized how different it is from the perception I had. I believe that romantic love is very quiet and very small and like safe, like it's not it's not a fucking firework. Like it's actually kind of like a little blanket or something. And I've come to learn this with time, but I don't really have much to say about romantic love yet because, like I said, I'm still new to this. I have no advice, I have no anything. I just know I was a little scared about being boring when I if I got into a relationship or if I started dating somebody. I thought, "Oh my god, I'm going to be boring." Why the fuck is that? I don't know why I thought that would happen. But it hasn't happened yet. I know. I know it hasn't happened. And that's it. That's it for today. I don't know if you like this video. Uh it was kind of fun to film. It was kind of fun to make it. Um Yeah. I literally have nothing else to say. So I'm just going to say I love you so much. Like a lot. Thank you for being here. I appreciate every single one of you. And I appreciate um you hearing me yap about random shit like this. Um and yeah, I don't know. I don't know what else to say. I hope you have a great week or night or day or month or year. Um and I'll see you in 2 weeks. Well, yeah, I'll see you in 2 weeks. I don't know, babes. Whatever the fuck. I love you so much. If you want to support my music, I have a SoundCloud where I post some shit sometimes. I also have TikTok and Instagram and a music TikTok. I don't know. If you like this video, please like it. If you want to subscribe to my channel, you can subscribe to my channel. I post shit like this every other week on Wednesdays. And that's it, babes. I love you so much. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.